Welcome to this special edition of Prime News Unsolved Crimes. We'll be digging deeper into some of the mysteries that have been baffling police and keeping families in the dark. Welcome once again. I'm Mike Alanis. And we begin with the unsolved case of Jennifer Kesse. The 24-year-old disappeared Tuesday, January 24th, 2006. We're talking almost 3 years ago. And cops in Orlando have virtually nothing. Her car was found 2 days after she vanished, parked in an apartment lot, an area where drug activity is common. Now, all right, I know what you think. It doesn't sound good. But when you're a parent, you do not give up hope on your child. And joining us now to talk about this, Drew and Joyce Kesse. They have not given up hope. We just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with you. And thank you for keeping hope alive in this case. To get everybody up to speed, tell us what happened. What happened the day your daughter vanished?
Very briefly, Jennifer got ready to go to work. She lived in a gated security guarded complex across from the Mall of Millennia. Left her condo, locked the door, and at some point between 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the morning, she was vanished. She never returned. She never showed up for work. We got a call from her employer, and that's kind of really when Jen's hell began.
Okay, so who was just vanished? Who was the last person to see her, speak to her?
Her boss actually was the last person. She walked out of work on Monday, January 23rd, with her boss. And the last person to actually speak with her was her boyfriend, Rob, at 10 o'clock on Monday night.
Okay. Obviously, let's talk about Rob. Has he been vetted? Did you suspect him at any point?
No.
No.
Yeah, he's totally vetted. He was home in bed speaking with her on his cell phone. He's been through polygraphs, interviews, everything.
Okay.
So
I can just hear the frustration in your voices. What are police telling you? Here we are, almost 3 years later.
She has vanished. It is truly the words that they use. However, have hope, because the fact remains that nothing has been used or found of Jennifer's. And that will always lend to great hope. So we have unconditional love for Jennifer, and awareness is everything. We thank you for this evening, and she's our daughter. Well, we're just not going to give up.
And we're realistic. We understand the statistics, but at almost 35 months. You have to honestly cling to hope in order to get out of bed every day. And miracles happen. So we realize the statistical odds are against Jen being found alive, but as parents and as her family and friends, we'll cling to that hope until we have a definitive answer the other way.
You're so right. Miracles do happen. As a dad myself, I couldn't imagine what you're going through. How do you hang on?
Unconditional love.
It's the love we have for both of our children. Logan as well. He's our son, and we just, if we were reduced to being incapacitated people, Mike, in our minds, evil will have won twice. Evil stole Jennifer from our family and her friends, and we will not let evil rob our family or our son of the right to have intact parents who have that love.
Drew, I just hear the resolve in your guys' voices and your hearts. That has to be where you are, and will continue to be, right?
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say, Mike. Is even if it's not for the best, Jennifer has to come home, and she has to be taken care of properly. That's the very least she would expect from us. So
I want to talk about one part of this case, and we'll talk about further with our law enforcement experts. We want to get it with you guys as well. The car found, no blood in the car, valuables still inside.
Yes.
There's surveillance video. Didn't get a good look at the person. I mean, how much hope was there that you'd really find something through that?
We have been hoping since the day that tape was basically found, that someone in their heart, and we say it so many times, if you are looking at that person, you don't have to see the face. You'll know, oh, that's so-and-so. Oh, that's so-and-so. You don't have to see the entire person. So we're trying hard. It's a very difficult area where the car was dropped. Honestly, if you talk, you die. And we're trying to work through that situation. It's a very difficult situation to work through.
Before I let you go, is there anything people watching can do to help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Continue to visit Jennifer's website, www.findjenniferkesse.com, and email her website to everyone in your address book, no matter where they live, here or abroad. As you know, awareness is everything, and the Internet is a very powerful tool.
Okay. We want to let everybody know that CNN.com/Prime News. We have a link to a tip line. You can also call 1-800-PRIME-TV. Guys, I want to thank you again. I want to broaden out the conversation. Joining us now to talk about this as well, law enforcement expert Mike Brooks, as well as criminal profiler Pat Brown. Mike, what do you make of this? Police have followed in upwards of 1,000 leads. Yeah. Sounds like nothing. What are your sources telling you on this? Where are they going with this case?
Well, Mike, they do not consider this a cold case at all. Not at all. The Orlando Police Department, as well as the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, they still have agents and crime analysts assigned to this case. But it's just she just disappeared between 7:30 and 8. You listen to the Kesses, and it's just amazing. She said it sounded like she had no problems in her life. Everything was fine. She left her gated community. But what puzzles me, Mike, is these pictures. Now, someone parked her car very, very carefully in an apartment complex that is known for drug activity, and they left valuables in the car, which that's unheard of too. Now, that person who parked the car, they parked the car very carefully, sat in the car about 32 seconds, and then they got out. Now, as the person walked along the fence line, we just saw a picture of that, the gate that person had, their face was obstructed because, digital photos, they will skip. Now, every time they clicked the photo, it was right by a fence post. You could never get a clear look at the face. Now, law enforcement has tried to enhance those photos, but they still cannot say for sure, who this person is. But one thing is also strange. Her purse and briefcase were also missing from the car, but never recovered.
All right, we are going to hear, everybody hang tight, we're going to hear from criminal profiler Pat Brown. We're going to zone in on that person who parked the vehicle. And again, the question, what kind of person would do this? We'll hear from Pat Brown and more from Mike and the Kesses coming up. Stay with us.